Hello, Jace Fugate here with another session of the Introduction to the Go Programming Language course. Today we're going to be talking about appending to a slice. So here we have a slice that is initialized to two elements. And so if I go ahead and run this, it'll print out that I have a length of 2 and a capacity of 2. So let's go ahead and add one more element to the end here. So let's say S1, that's how you append, equals the built-in function append, pass in S1 again, and then what it is that you're trying to append. Let's append the integer 3. But also let's print the length and the capacity. We'll see how that actually changes. So we added one element, making the length 3, but now the capacity became 4. So what's happening here? So when the length is 2 and the capacity is 2, the capacity is the size of the underlying array. The length is how many of those elements we're seeing. When we appended, we added a third element, but the capacity was only 2. The array that we had, the underlying array, was only too long. So we had to actually created a new array, copied the first element, the second element, appended the third element to it, and then gave that back to us, saying that, okay, now here's your underlying array for your slice. But it didn't just make the array 3 long, it gave us a little bit of headroom because it doesn't want to have to constantly be copying things over every single time you append. So it actually created that underlying array to be 4 long. It doubled the length. So let's do this again. Let's do 4. So we'll see it as length 4, capacity 4. Let's add a 5th element. Now the length is 5, but the capacity is 8. We hit our limit when we try to add a 5th element, so Go created a new array, double the length or the capacity of the last one, and then added that 5th element. And if we were to continue this pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's add a bunch more, and we'll notice that it continues to double once we hit that cap limit. So this is good to understand how Go does the underlying data structure of slices, so that when we append, if it has to, it will create a new underlying array. One thing I want to show you before we close off this session of this video, what would happen if I were to not, let's say I just did this append right here. And didn't have it equal. What would actually happen is this would append that item, and if it needed to create a new array, we would have no way of capturing that back into the original value. The Go linter or the Go compiler will actually stop you from doing that. But if it did let you, you'd be in trouble, because you would create a new array, you'd pass it back with the append, and then you wouldn't catch it, you wouldn't capture it, and you would not see that your item was appended, because your variable would still hold the pointer to the old array. This is a really interesting topic to me. I like data structures, I like algorithms, but play with this, see what you can and can't do, get to know it very well, and we will see you again. Thank you so much for being here.